Hi, it's Jen from Contrary Pottery, and today we're going to be making some Christmas tree decorations. So the materials that we're going to need for this is some clay. Air dry clay is fine. This clay that I'm using is earthenware clay that will then be fired in a kiln. We're going to need a rolling pin. I've got 2 sticks of equal diameter here. These were garden sticks that I've chopped up. We're going to lay these down when we're rolling out our clay, and they're going to make sure that the clay stays an even thickness. We've got a rolling pin. We've got our tea towel. You can, if you don't have an old tea towel, you can use grease-proof paper just to lay it down when you're rolling your clay out. It's going to make sure that you don't stick to the table that you're working on. And here I've got some biscuit cutters. I've got some rubber stamps, the mounted kind. I've got some that are unmounted. And I have this type of cutter. If you've got one of these cutters, these are useful also. And I've got a sharp object, which mine is a proper hole cutting tool. If you don't have that, you can use anything that you like. It doesn't particularly have to be sharp, just to make a hole so that we can hang these up later. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll the clay out using our rolling pin. I've got my garden sticks either side. That's just going to make sure we get a nice even thickness throughout the clay. I'm going to remove the sticks now. We don't need those anymore. And I'm going to peel off my clay. As you can see on the back, it's taken on the texture of the tea towel. So it's up to you whether you want to use the smooth side or the textured side. So now all I'm going to do is use the stamps that I have, and I'm going to create some texture just by pushing the stamp in. You can use this type of stamp, or if you don't have any mounted, you can use the rubber unmounted type. If you're using these ones, just push in with your finger. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cutters to cut out the shapes. And I'm going to use my hole punch or pin or anything that you've got just to punch a hole in the top. So that's going to help us to hang them later. I'm going to gather up all my excess clay, and if this was air dry clay, I would wrap this up in cling film or in an airtight container, maybe spritz it with a little bit of water. You just want to keep it wet and totally airtight, and then you can use it another day. Last of all, I'm going to take each decoration and I'm going to just smooth down the edges a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer them onto a piece of newspaper laid over a flat surface. This is a kind of serving tray that I'm using here. And I'm going to leave them somewhere to dry. These are now dry. You can tell that by the fact that they're lighter in colour and they feel room temperature rather than cold to touch. If you used air dry clay, these are now ready to be painted, and you can hang them using a piece of ribbon or a piece of string through the hole in the top. Thank you so much for watching. Please find me on social media. Bye.